Hi, good evening. My name is Shayanti Rohia and I'm back with another video on customer experience for you. In case you have subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. Just in case you haven't, I suggest you go ahead and give it a try. Now, you could be dealing with customers as a part of sales. You could be dealing with customers as a last mile delivery. You could be dealing with customers as retail. You could be dealing with customers as a part of digital experience, as in online. You could be dealing with customers as a part of a small business. You could be dealing with customers as a part of a large business. You could be customer support. You could be customer representative. You could be customer service manager. You could be an account manager. At the end of the day, you are dealing with customers. And when it comes to dealing with customers, there are challenges, there are difficulties. And the most difficulty of all is not to acquire a customer. It is retaining customer. I'm sure you have come across this challenge that you would have faced, that customers do not wish to stay on using your services for long. And have you ever wondered why? What is it that they don't want to stick around long enough? Is it to do with competition? Is it to do with new things coming up in the market? Is it to do with technology replacing humans? Why is it that customers do not wish to stay on using services for a long time? Well, if these are the questions that has crossed your mind, then I suggest you continue watching this video a little longer. Well, till the end. Let me start off by saying that there are three major aspects that has crossed my mind. You may have encountered this too. One is the emotional aspect, one is psychological aspect, and the other aspect is technical. In today's video, we're going to be talking only about the emotional aspect. Now, understand this. Whatever services or products that you're providing, go ahead and think about it for a minute. Okay, so whichever service or product that you're providing to your customer, your emotions as a customer service representative, your emotions are invested in it. Your customer's emotions are invested in that product or services. Your emotions are invested because you're providing value, and customer's emotions are invested because he's paying money. Okay, so it's value in exchange of money, and both your emotions are invested. You as a customer service representative would look at the emotional aspects of you would be things like you would expect to be treated well. You would expect to be ensuring, you would expect that customers pay up on time. You would also expect there is a harmonious relationship. You may want customers to stick around for a long time. Okay, so these are your emotions. Now, coming to customers' emotions, there could be various emotions, but I have broadly put them into three categories. One, of course, is if you're respecting customers' time. Yes, you heard that right. If you're respecting customers' time. The second aspect is whether or not you're communicating right. Okay, now that's a very large aspect, whether it's verbal or written communication, whether it's non-verbal communication. It's the communication at the end of the day. Now, whether or not you're communicating right. Okay, and the third aspect is to do with whether or not you are providing a resolution for a problem given by you or your organization or your products or your services. Okay, three aspects. One is how are you communicating with him, whether you're respecting his time, and whether or not you're providing a solution. Now, you would be saying, yes, I've heard these before, but how is that an emotion? Well, if customers are telling you, I was expecting that you would not take these matters so casually and would commit, stick to your commitment of giving services that you have promised me, that's an emotion that he's spelling out for you. If customer is saying that, I was looking for a solution, why is it that I don't have a solution? And you're telling him, well, we'll look at it when we have the time, we're not very sure right now. Well, he's spelling out his emotion for you. And if he's saying that, either you let me know this in a day's time or forget about it later on, he's spelling out his emotion. Now, more often than not, because of, we look at it in a very transactional way, we don't recognize them as emotions, but they are emotions. So you ought to be a little careful about the fact that it is emotions which is coming into play. So you'll have to forget everything else and work on with it with the customer. Because if you're respecting your customer's emotions, you're also showing respect for your service and your brand. Customers will also look at that equally, and they will ensure they would want to stick around using your services, continue paying for your services because you value their emotions. The moment the emotions are knocked off, The moment the emotions are dealt very lightly, or the moment the emotions are treated very casually, customers can sense that from a very, very far distance. And the last thing they would want is that you not taking those emotions very lightly. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have promised customer something that, if this doesn't go right, we'll give you the money back. Happens, right? It's a very common feature a lot of them use. Now it so happens that you're not able to deliver the services, and customer has given you the option of working on that. He's not really looking at getting his money back because his emotions are invested, so he would rather have a solution than having the money back. Now, given the fact, if you're not able to give him the solution, well, he's going to expect back money. Now, if he's going to expect back money, and if that is treated very lightly, then of course you will expect customer to not come back and use your services again. So which essentially means that if you have promised him a waiver, a cashback, or some sort of discount, or a money back scheme, then it is important that you stick to that commitment. If you do, even if the next time the solution isn't around, customer is going to still stick around and would want to come back and use your services. That is the loyalty that you would expect a customer to do. And believe me, it is very, very easy to win that loyalty, provided this is met with sincerity, integrity, and you are keeping in mind customers' emotions. If you're able to do that, let me tell you one thing for sure. It may be a little difficult initially, but going forward, you may see that customers may want to stick around longer because they have trust in you, they have faith in you. More than anything else, it is about us. It is about what kind of, what is that we project as human beings? What is that we project? What values we project to our customers? It is that which makes a difference. So if you want a long-term commitment from your customers, look at 3 simple factors. Emotions, which is to do with ensuring how are you communicating with the customer, ensuring that you're giving a resolution to your customer, and also that you're ensuring that you respect customers' time. So ensure that you are reaching back to the customer at the right time, ensure that you have some solution in place, and ensure that you're communicating right. In fact, when it comes to communicating right, you would want to keep your communication a little positive, a little, something which is on the lines of commitment. Okay, so those are the communication. You have to keep in mind non-verbal aspects of it, verbal aspects of it. You would have to keep in mind the kind of language that you're using in your emails, or in your proposals, or in how you're dealing with them, or even your verbal communication. Intentions speak louder than actions. It does. Like they say, actions speak louder than words. I would say intention speaks louder than action. So it is important that your intentions match with your actions, and your action matches with your word. With that, I end this video. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you'll go ahead and try these tips. I'll be back with another video shortly, which has to do with the psychological makeup of a customer. And that's a very, very important aspect. I've put together some points I will discuss in my next video. Thank you for watching, and please do subscribe, and please let me know whatever you need to understand about customer experience in the comment section below. Thank you very, very much.